everybody, it's Miss Ollerenshaw here again. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I went for a walk yesterday and then made a delicious roast dinner. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend and managed to get lots of rest. Now this week in literacy, our learning is all about a new story called Oliver's Fruit Salad. Let's have a read of the story together. Here's the book. And there is Oliver with all his fruit. And look what he's doing. Just like Hannah did last week with her fruit. Where has Oliver put his fruit? You're right, on his head. Let's see what happens in the story. Oliver was eating his breakfast. He looked at his cereal and put down his spoon. When I was staying with Grandpa, he said, I helped him pick scrunchy red apples every morning. How lovely, said Mum. When Mum made herself a cup of coffee, Oliver shook his head at his drink of black currant juice. At Grandpa's house, I saw real black currants. Gran let me top and tail them. She put them in a pie. Goodness me, said Mum. At lunchtime, Oliver's mum looked in the cupboard. Shall we have tinned pears? She asked. Oliver sniffed. Grandpa grows pears, he said. He doesn't eat pears out of tins. He grows pears on trees. Lucky Grandpa, said Mum. After lunch, Mum got their coats. Let's go shopping, she said. Grandpa doesn't go shopping, said Oliver. He grows everything in his garden. Hurry up, said Mum. Put your coat on. All right, sighed Oliver. In the supermarket, Mum went to look at the jams. Oliver told her about Grandpa's wonderful cherries and strawberries and plums. Oliver, said Mum, look over here. Why? Asked Oliver. Look, said Mum. Oliver looked. He saw apples and black currants and pears. He saw cherries and strawberries and plums. Said Oliver. I still think Grandpa's fruit is better. What about bananas and grapes? Said Mum. Grandpa could grow them if he wanted to, Oliver said. Mum pulled up a shopping trolley and filled it with fruit. I've never seen one of those in Grandpa's garden, Oliver said, pointing at a pineapple. We'll buy one then, Mum said, and she did. Oliver helped his mum carry all of the bags home. They piled up the fruit on the kitchen table. Now, said Mum, you can eat an apple or a pear or a plum. It's not in a jar or a tin. It's all fresh. So help yourself. Oliver shook his head. No, thank you, he said. I just helped Grandpa. I didn't eat any of the fruit. I don't like fruit. Mum stared. Oh, Oliver. The doorbell rang. Ding dong. Oliver rushed to open the door. It was his Gran and Grandpa. Hello, said Oliver. Come and see what we've got. Gran and Grandpa looked at all the fruit. Fruit salad, said Grandpa. What's that? Asked Oliver. Something very special, said Gran. Let's make it together. Gran, Oliver and Grandpa chopped up the fruit. When it was all in a big blue bowl, Oliver smiled. It looks very pretty, he said. Mum put out 3 bowls. Where's mine? Asked Oliver. You don't like fruit, said Mum. I like fruit salad, said Oliver, and he had 3 helpings. Scrummy, he said. He licked his spoon thoughtfully. But I bet if it was all out of Grandpa's garden, it would be even scrummier. And even Mum laughed.